Well, hello. I am at my PET scan. Okay, there we go. I had to shut the door. I'm at my PET scan. So they've injected me with this radioactive. Sounds a lot worse than it is. It doesn't have any side effects or make you sick, but they've injected me with this stuff, and now I have to wait an hour for it to go through my system so that they can take the scan. So I'm by myself. I'm in this little room, and let me show you the room. Nice big comfy chair. Okay, so, oh goodness. So just gonna sit here and wait for time to take my test. Today has already started off crazy. That's the best word I know for it. I took my daughter to her bus stop and for her to go to school, and my son was sick when I left in the bathroom. I don't know if I have ever brought it up before, but my son is diabetic. He's been diabetic since he was 3 years old, and type 1 diabetic, and he is now 13. This morning he had large ketones. He had an insulin pump failure last night, and his blood sugar was just below 400 this morning, and he had large ketones and was very sick, so he was going into what they call DKA, diabetic ketoacidosis. So I had to take him to the emergency room so that he could get IV fluids and get his system back to normal. So my wife is working. She is trying to keep her job and not take off work to rush our son to the hospital. So I'm taking my son to the hospital so that she doesn't have to leave work. And I have a PET scan. So I'm thinking, am I going to have to miss my PET scan? Because I've got to stay with him. And thank God my mom, if you're watching this, thank you. We've put you through so much, and you've been there for us. And I appreciate it a lot more than you know. So my mom, she came to the hospital, and she's sitting with my son now. She'll be with him until he's finished, and then she'll bring him home so that I can be here in this big comfortable chair waiting on these scans and whatever they're going to tell us. So I will I'll let you know as soon as I do. So I hope you're having a good day. Enjoy the day you have. Okay, so there's a little bit more to this video. I've had my PET scan. It's pretty simple process. After I waited in the chair for an hour, they came to get me. I had to remove anything and everything that was metal, had metal in it, and didn't have to put it in any kind of special locker or anything. Just laid it on the counter, and laid down in not the most comfortable position, but laid down and just laid very still. Did not have to hold my breath or anything like that. Just laid down and tried to be completely still and breathe normally without moving for about 20 minutes. So that's the hardest part of the whole thing. My back is still hurting really bad, which, I mean, you know, I don't know if you have back problems, but I do. So that was the hard part about it. But anyway, it's over now. The test is done. And the technician who was helping me with everything, conducting the test, she said that the doctor should be able to see my results when I have my appointment today. So the actual appointment with the doctor is at 3:45 today. And when they did the PET scan, it was, like 11:30. So I finished it just a little bit before 12. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, lots of stuff going on today. My son's still at the hospital. He's okay, but still getting that situation sorted out with the ketones this morning. But I'll after my appointment with the doctor, I'll post another segment of this. I may even post another little segment after the pulmonary test, because that's where I'm going now. I'm on my way. I'm leaving lunch and going to have the pulmonary test done. I'm supposed to have the pulmonary test done at 2 p.m. So it is 1:14 now. So close. All right, so see ya after. Sitting here waiting to go into the appointment. Been out here in the waiting room about half an hour now. So should be calling us anytime soon. Just waiting. All right, so I just got home. Wife and kids haven't got here yet. We just got back. We had a long talk with the surgeon and his nurses about the surgery. Oh, let me go let the dog in. So the surgery is going to be on the 30th of the month, the 30th of November. So some of the questions that we asked the surgeon was, you know, of course, is the surgery necessary? He said that the PET scan did not show the cancer in any other areas. That, so as far as we know, the cancer has not spread. He said there's a 30% chance that the cancer has gotten into the lymph nodes. So the safest bet is to just get it out of there. To remove the esophagus, he said we're going to remove most of the esophagus. So that was very daunting, to say the least. I asked him, I said, okay, well, since the cancer is only in this small area in the bottom of the esophagus, why are we removing most of the esophagus? And he said that the feeling that you have in the esophagus, the sensation, you know, that feels pain, is in the bottom of the esophagus. That bottom half feels pain, and so you're going to have stomach acid hitting that area and everything, and so you want to cut that out, because if not, you're just going to be miserable. You're going to be experiencing a lot of pain and discomfort, you know, from where your stomach is attached to that bottom section. and there's no valve there controlling the flow out of your stomach, and those stomach acids and everything would just cause a lot of problems, and then it's not like you can go in and do this surgery again. So that's why they removed so much of it, even though it's concentrated at the bottom. So that was a big question that I've had for a while. And that's the answer to it. So what else? The surgeon that I have is very accomplished. He does at least 20 of these surgeries a year. And he did 2 just last week. So the surgery that he's looking at doing with me is going to be a full robotic surgery. The nurses said that after surgery, I won't even go to ICU. I'll go straight to a room. And pretty soon after arriving in the room, we'll start, the regimen, that exercises, to put me on the path to being healed up. Should be out of the hospital in no more than 7 days. And he's very optimistic that I can be back in the full swing of work and everything else within 3 months. So maybe even 2, he said. So that's great. Good news. He also said that less than 5% of his patients experience leaks. So that's another great thing. That's another great news. So all of that's good. Good news. So of course I'm still really nervous about, the surgery. I mean, this is a huge thing. It's life-changing, but at least I get to have a life. And looks like the wife and kids are home now. They'll be coming in a minute. I'm planning on working until the Sunday before Thanksgiving. Then I'll be off until after I heal from the surgery. Of course, I want to spend Thanksgiving with the family. And the kids are going to be out of school for break. So this will give me a good opportunity to spend some time with them and do some things before the surgery. So, I guess it's kind of good that it's working out the way that it is. Everybody who's following along, thank you so much for your support. And got a difficult time ahead. And to all those who've reached out to my wife to give her support, I deeply, deeply appreciate that. So, thanks everybody. And of course, I'll post some more. The wife and kids are home now, and I'll keep you guys updated on what's coming up and how it evolves. But hope you're having a good day, and enjoy the day you have. Thanks so much, everyone, for taking the time to follow along and watch all of these boring videos to keep up with what's going on with me. If you are able to, there's a link in most of the videos, pinned comment for GoFundMe, and my family and I would really appreciate any contribution that you can make to help us to get through this difficult time. All right. But thanks at least for checking out the videos.